The Commercial Space Act of 1998, passed by the House of Representatives, enables NASA to open the International Space Station's doors to commercial ventures. Revenues from commercial space activities exceeded government expenditures for the first time in 1996. As the first step toward moving the space station from government to private operation, NASA released its first commercial space plan.
Well, it's in the best interest of both the government and the private sector to get industry's involvement in the long run. NASA's making a significant investment in infrastructure just by virtue of the space station alone.
NASA is currently accepting proposals to further develop space station. Much of the private sector interest is in the development of infrastructure and operations. Now NASA must consider which of space station's assets are best retained and which are best developed by the private sector.
So in addition to developing the infrastructure and operating the infrastructure, in the long run, the use of the infrastructure, what we call the utilization, is the remaining area, and that's where we look at the scientific applications, the engineering applications, and the entrepreneurial possibilities.
Like any investment, space station must yield a return for users, a success story that wins the interest and, more importantly, the trust of the private sector who invests in this long-term endeavor. As part of NASA's commercial space plan, a series of innovative pilot business partnerships will be initiated. A goal is to establish policies that will help space station customers.
We want to add the discipline to that process so that it's auditable, so that the timelines that are associated with commercial proposals, evaluation, are shortened, and so that we can move to closure much better than we have in the past.
As the private sector begins managing space station operations, NASA plans to continue their commitment as leaders in the exploration of space.